I used to think I was doing everything right. I ate salads almost every day, avoided junk food, and exercised regularly. But I was still constantly, painfully bloated. And every single day, at precisely 3 p.m., my energy would crash completely. I couldn't figure it out, and it was so frustrating to put in all this effort for nothing. It wasn't until I discovered that the secret wasn't just about diet, but a powerful combination of lifestyle and diet, that I finally healed my gut for good. And in this video, I'm going to share the exact tips that changed everything. If that feeling of being bloated, tired, and just off sounds familiar, you're in the right place. For years, I was stuck. I'd read an article and cut out gluten. Then I'd hear a podcast and go dairy-free. I bought all the healthy packaged foods, and I still felt awful. The truth is, our gut is way more than just a digestive tube. It's a bustling metropolis inside you, with trillions of tiny residents. This inner city has its own communication network, its own immune system police force, and it's often called our second brain. Healing isn't about some restrictive diet or a magic pill. It's about being a good city manager, creating an environment where the residents can actually thrive. Today, we're cutting through the confusion. I'm going to walk you through the practical, science-backed pillars that helped me finally understand my body and regain my energy. My most significant turning point came when I was talking to a nutritionist. I was listing off everything I ate, proudly pointing out all my healthy choices. She listened patiently and then said something that just made everything click. Your diet isn't unhealthy, but it's not nourishing your gut. She explained that while I was so focused on avoiding the bad stuff, I wasn't actively adding enough of the right stuff to feed the trillions of good bacteria in my gut, the ones responsible for everything from digestion to my mood. That's when I realized my gut was like a garden. I'd been yanking out the weeds, the junk food, but I completely forgot to plant any flowers or fertilize the soil. My healthy rotation of the same salads and lean proteins was like planting only one type of flower over and over. The garden was clean, but it was boring and fragile, starving for the diversity it craved. On top of that, I was ignoring the biggest garden disruptor of all, my lifestyle. Chronic stress was like a constant drought, and my mediocre sleep was like a frost that killed off the most delicate blossoms. I was accidentally sabotaging all my own good intentions. That's when I stopped chasing quick fixes and started building real gut health from the ground up. And it all starts with a factor most people overlook entirely. Now let's talk about the lifestyle pillars that heal your gut. Before we even touch food, we have to fix the environment your gut lives in. You can have the best seeds and fertilizer in the world, but if you're trying to plant a garden in the middle of a freeway, nothing will grow. Tip 1. Master your stress. This was the single biggest game changer for me. Ever felt butterflies in your stomach? That's your gut-brain axis, a direct superhighway between your mind and your digestion. When you're stressed, your brain sends out emergency signals, creating a massive traffic gridlock in your gut. Everything slows down, leading to bloating and constipation. At the same time, stress hormones weaken your gut lining, which is like the high-tech border patrol for your body. Stress distracts the guards, allowing unwanted substances to slip through the fence, causing inflammation in a condition known as leaky gut. So how do you clear the traffic? You don't have to quit your job and move to a monastery. It's about small, consistent practices. For me, it was starting my morning with 5 minutes of guided meditation and daily prayer, and trusting in God if you are a believer like me. Deep breathing before a meal is another powerful tool. It's like sending a message down the highway that the emergency is over and it's safe to rest and digest. Whether it's a walk in nature, yoga, or just a few quiet moments, Finding your personal off-ramp for stress is non-negotiable. Tip 2. Prioritize your sleep. I used to think sleep was a luxury. I was wrong. Sleep is when you call in the overnight repair crew for your entire body, and the gut is their top priority. They patch the fence, clean the streets of your inner city, and help your good bacteria flourish. Poor sleep is like the repair crew going on strike. It can disrupt your gut microbiome in just a few days. Your gut bacteria have their own internal clock, like an orchestra following a conductor. Inadequate sleep is like giving the conductor the wrong sheet music. It creates chaos, killing off helpful microbes and increasing inflammation. This creates a vicious cycle. Poor sleep disrupts the gut, and a chaotic gut makes it harder to get a good night's sleep. Aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep is the goal. Think of it as giving your repair crew a full shift. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Create a relaxing bedtime routine, and cut out caffeine and blue light from screens before bed. We know these things hurt sleep, but they are also directly sabotaging your gut's nightly restoration. Tip 3. Get your body moving. You do not need to run a marathon to get the gut benefits of exercise. Gentle, consistent movement is what you're after. Think of your digestive tract as a lazy river. Exercise is what creates the current, keeping everything flowing smoothly and preventing logjams that cause that backed-up, bloated feeling. Second, movement is like a festival for your gut microbes, encouraging different types to grow and flourish. The number one sign of a healthy gut is diversity. A diverse gut is a strong gut. The sweet spot is about 150 minutes of moderate activity a week. Think brisk walking, cycling, or swimming. Even breaking that up into 10 or 15-minute walks can keep the river flowing. Okay, we've prepared the soil and fixed the climate. Now it's time to plant the flowers. This is where we talk food. But forget about restriction. We're going to focus on addition and diversity. Tip 4. Embrace fiber and plant diversity. This is the core principle. Fiber isn't just roughage. It's a prebiotic. Think of prebiotics as the custom-blended fertilizer for your good gut bacteria. These microbes feast on fiber and, in return, produce compounds that act like a soothing balm for your gut wall. The problem? Most of us barely sprinkle any fertilizer in our gardens, falling short of the recommended 25 to 38 grams per day. The secret here is diversity. Different bacteria like to eat different types of plant fiber. I challenged myself to eat 30 different plant foods a week. It sounds like a lot, but it's easier than you think. Nuts, seeds, spices, and herbs all count. This turns your gut from a garden with a single fragile flower into a resilient wild meadow, buzzing with a diverse ecosystem. This is the foundation of the Mediterranean diet, renowned for its benefits to gut health. Tip 5. Incorporate probiotic-rich foods. If prebiotics are the fertilizer, probiotics are the seeds. Probiotics are live, beneficial bacteria that help populate your gut garden. While supplements can be helpful, getting them from whole foods is like planting a seedling that comes in its own little pot of soil. You get an entire package of other nutrients along with it. Fermented foods are nature's best source of these seeds. We're talking plain yogurt or kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, and kombucha. I started by just adding a spoonful of sauerkraut to my meals, or swapping milk for kefir in my smoothies. It's an easy way to introduce these beneficial seeds into your system. Just make sure the label says live and active cultures and is unpasteurized, because heat is like a blowtorch to these delicate seeds. If you find these tips helpful and are ready to finally take control of your gut health, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. In my next video, I'll be sharing my favorite bloat-free recipes, and you don't want to miss it. Tip 6. Eat mindfully and stay hydrated. How you eat is just as important as what you eat. Digestion isn't a solo act, it's a relay race. Chewing your food thoroughly is the first step to getting a fantastic start. It breaks down the food and gives your digestive system a considerable head start. Rushing your meal is like fumbling that first handoff, forcing the rest of the team to work much harder. Alongside this, you have to be hydrated. Water is what helps the fiber, our fertilizer, do its job. Without enough water, fiber is like a dry, clay-like fertilizer that clogs up the soil. Water turns it into a nourishing gel that your gut can use. Dehydration is one of the most common and easiest to fix causes of digestive problems. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. Tip 7. Limit gut wreckers. Finally, while our focus is on adding good things in, it's smart to know what's actively destroying your garden. Ultra-processed foods are like pouring weed killer that only targets your flowers while helping the weeds grow stronger. They're loaded with sugars and additives that bad bacteria love, allowing them to choke out the good microbes and create inflammation. Excessive alcohol and some artificial sweeteners also act like invasive species, completely throwing your garden's ecosystem out of balance. But listen, this isn't about perfection. It's about balance. Having a treat is fine. When the foundation of your diet is built on whole, unprocessed foods, your gut garden will be so resilient it can handle the occasional weed. Once I started putting all of these pieces together, managing the drought of stress, calling in my sleep repair crew, and most importantly, tending my inner garden with diverse fertilizer and new seeds, the change was incredible. That daily bloating that had tortured me for years, it just vanished. The 3 p.m. energy crash was replaced by steady, clean energy all day long. My inner city was finally running smoothly. I felt lighter, clearer, and more in control of my body than ever. It wasn't an overnight miracle, but a gradual healing that proved this total body approach was the key I'd been missing. So, what's the bottom line? Healing your gut is a journey, not a quick fix. It's about becoming a good steward of your inner world. Let's recap the pillars. First, manage the environment by clearing the stress traffic jams, letting your sleep crew do its nightly repairs, and keeping the river of digestion flowing with movement. Second, tend to your inner garden by fertilizing it with diverse fiber, planting new seeds with probiotic foods, eating mindfully, and stopping the habit of feeding the weeds. Remember, your body has an amazing ability to heal when you give it the right tools. You have the power to change how you feel. Start small, stay consistent, and listen to what your body is telling you. You deserve to feel fantastic. To help you get started, I created a free ebook featuring my top 10 favorite gut-friendly recipes, along with a shopping list to help you reach your goal of 30 plants a week. You can download it for free using the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and here's to your health. See you in our next video.